Hi. Welcome to Gone Rollin, where nothing bad ever happens.
Totally.
And now we're gonna play some D&D. Enjoy shenanigans! But first, roll the intro. Welcome back. Time for our recap. Last time, on Heart of the Forge, our party escaped a very fiery situation by having Jack cast a one-time use-only teleportation spell. The spell sent the party all the way to a place called the Bellflower Field. However, they were separated upon arrival. Thalen and Jack arrived in a shadowy version of an ancient city, what will become the city of Karopole. There, they found notes left by some researcher, and then met said researcher, a harpy-esque shadowy woman who was very angry about being forced into a time loop. The memory was of a vampire killing a young mage over and over again. Luca and Kyrina ended up inside of a foggy forest far to the north, almost touching the lands of the Sun Elves, but even further in time. They came across a disheartened shadowy researcher as well, who had also left notes to herself about a time loop, like her sister. However, that memory was watching the first Archdruid, Van Lander, suffer the loss of his son and vowing an oath to the land so that no one would ever have to suffer his same pain. The duos helped each sister break their curse and return them back to the field of Bellflowers proper by opening the exit door, seemingly unlocked by the party because of their connection to the orb. They were all gifted a point to their intelligence score as a reward for saving 2 angels of Kalazak, the god of knowledge. Luca also made a deal with them, vowing to get information inside of the labyrinth in exchange for whatever they could find on his own missing memories. Perhaps something to do with Olabaran, the angel that protects infants and mothers. Now you may realize I left one person out of this recap, and that is because while that was happening, Philo was alone with the orb, the cart, and Lily, the horse. What happened?
Chat's broken.
Nothing, it's fine.
Ah.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it, everyone.
Well, while we get that fixed up.
Is it just gone?
It's gone. Oh well.
Oh well, sorry, chat. You'll be remembered in our hearts.
You're the reason we're able to run right now.
Pretty much. Okay. Anyway, I need everyone out of the room except for Bella.
Yeah.
All right. So, as the spell is cast, you were actually asleep when the spell was cast. You were a little bit out cold. You were experiencing a new burst from wild magic, essentially. And there was what seemed to be armor growing on you a little bit. Little specks of keratin.
Ooh.
And your lower back hurts.
Oh!
And it feels like something is growing there. But you pass out, essentially, before you notice anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're jolted back awake. And you land in this field. Let me get the ambience. Find.
Also, if you meant to add this to my feet, you did not. It's okay, but I remember what it is.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
You'll just have to remind me what the ability can do, like, skill-wise.
Yeah. Don't worry, I got you. I'm so tempted to grab the mouse because now I have the mouse. I'm in control. Anyway. You wake up and you hear next to you, all around you, really, ching, ting, 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 like bells all around you. And it's light and airy. And you kind of sit up, and there's nothing around you, like directly around you, except for these bells. And they're all this beautiful translucent blue and white. And some of them appear to be red, but only a few of them. It's not a lot, but it's pretty noticeable in a field of blue. But it's mostly foggy as well. So there's this layer of fog. And what's your passive perception again?
Passive perception 16.
16. Okay. With your passive perception, you can see off in the distance. You swear you see the cart. There's the cart and a silhouette of a horse. It seemed like Lily and the cart were not separated from each other. Probably because they were attached. And then something else rings in your head, but it's not strong enough for you to make out what it is, but you have a feeling you know what it is. Because it's that same warmth that you've always felt with the orb.
She's gonna look around, because it's not in her arms anymore, right?
No.
And nobody else is around her, right?
Nobody.
There's going to be like this rise of panic for a moment, and she's just going to immediately, one, start looking for everybody else, and two, looking for the orb. Though she is definitely kind of in awe at all of these flowers around her, probably having never seen something quite like this before.
Oh, most definitely not.
And it's almost mesmerizing. Like, I feel like this feels almost still like a dream. Like, she doesn't fully realize that she is no longer in her dream. Or she thinks that she might be awake, she might still be in a dream. She's not entirely sure.
Gotcha.
She's a little confused right now.
Gotcha. As you get up and you start to move, you realize now that when you stand up, you have a better kind of view of the cart. And there is a familiar silhouette in the cart that is glowing. And it's this, you can't quite make it, it's far enough to not be able to see small details, but it's close enough that you can make out shapes. And you see, like, Soren, the human child shape of him, leaning over the side of the cart, and he yells, and again, this is how he normally speaks of taking from memories here and there, and he goes, wait, stop, don't get up, no, stop, wait, be careful, the red ones, flowers, if you touch them, they'll send you away.
She looks down and around her feet. Are there any red ones right around her?
I'm going to...
Guess that's where the rest of the party must have gone.
Okay, so luckily for you, there's nothing around your feet. But you do see a couple around you, and unfortunately, there are a few on the way to the cart.
Gotcha. She's gonna, like, pick up her skirts to try to hike them as high as she can, and carefully tiptoe around each of those red flowers, keeping a very good distance, as much as she needs to get to the cart.
Gotcha.
She's not risking that.
Okay, so I need you to make me a dex saving throw.
Dice hoarding comes to bite me in the butt. You said dex? Okay. Oh, that's fine. That was 19 plus 6?
Oh,
25?
Nice. All right, so as you walk carefully, your skirt just slightly grazes one of them. And you go, you're just lightly walking around. And as you're walking, you pick up on slight conversations, bits and pieces that sound like your teammates, but they're so far away. You hear little bits and pieces of conversation, and then an angry voice that you don't recognize, and a sad one you don't recognize. And then here and there, you also hear a familiar one. And can you roll history for me?
Yes, okay.
With advantage. Because you know this person well.
Is it history?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, those 2 19s.
Nice.
And then history is +2, so 21.
Awesome. You hear Yavin's voice. And I think you can't... You might be able to remember this guy's name. But Calix and occasionally Eric. And some female voices. Those are the definite ones you recognize. Also, maybe one other person, but it's on the tip of your tongue of who the heck that is.
What about the lady that was like his friend that we met that gave us the sending stuff?
Yes.
I can't remember what her name was for the life of me, but she was.
It's her.
Yeah,
But you can't remember her name for the life of you.
I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember her name. But
Yeah.
no. Okay, so it's probably their party.
Mm-hmm. And they sound... It sounds like they're in a confrontation of some sort, but at the end of all this, you realize as you're walking by, you're hearing ting, 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 ting of maybe memories or past events, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you successfully make it to the cart. You made it! Hi.
Hi. Is this a dream of some sort? No. Okay.
That's why I'm confused.
How are you out here?
I don't know. But and he points on the opposite direction of you.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, over there. And I thought real hard to get to Lily. Because I saw her, and I hit one of the flowers, and somewhere different, and it was... Just like little finger movements.
Like in memories?
Can I show you?
Yes.
You fail.
Yeah. She doesn't try to fight it. She'll just make sure she's sitting down before he does that. So
Yeah,
she's
I'd say
comfortable.
you're in the cart. You're not in the flower field.
You're not gonna just falls into red flowers. No thanks.
All right. So, as you sit here, okay. So, you wake up, but this time you're from the perspective. It's from his perspective, and so you are experiencing this as if you were him. You're in this port city. It looks fairly modern. Like something that could be built right now. It's not old, it's not ancient or exuberantly magical or fantastical. It's just a town. And you're walking around, you're a little confused. But then you hear, off in the distance, near one of the ports, because it's sunset. And you see in the distance a party. that looks to be Yavin when he was younger, maybe in his early 20s. Calix, same thing. Calix and Eric when they were younger. And two unknown faces. You've never seen these people before. And you might have heard stories about them, but you have no clue if these are them. And it's a very buff-looking sun elf woman. Like, she's pretty tall. She puts Luca to shame in height. Anyway, and a dwarven woman with a very tall-looking staff. And they all seem to be kind of crowded around this same small-ish woman. She looks to be like a frail human that is hiding behind these crates. And you get closer, you walk a little closer, but you don't sneak, you just kind of keep walking.
Yeah, she's just like, it's a memory, I can walk close.
Yeah,
It's like
and
before.
everyone around this, every other face that's not these people, truthfully, you can make out that that's Calix and Eric, but really the only two people that have faces, as far as you can see right now, is Yavin and this girl, who you realize now has long red hair, very pale, hasn't, like, looks like hasn't eaten in a while, very thin, cold expression, but also scared. And she's tucked herself between these boxes. And that's what hits you. It's her. It's that girl.
It's that lady.
It's that lady. You can't remember what her name is.
I don't remember what her name is. I'm so mad at myself.
You
knew I wouldn't remember what her name was, too.
I mean, I thought about telling you, and then the opportunity arose of in character being like, I don't know what her name is. But Yavin leans down and is like, it's fine, darling. Whatever you need us to do, we can help you. We know a place in town. There's plenty of places to stay. I'm sure you can find something. And she interrupts him very abruptly. No. I can't go anywhere. That's a little ridiculous. No, it's and then the sun elf woman walks up and goes, come on, help me help him. Come on, up girl. No. And she does not listen to her nose, and she lifts her up just so slightly, and you see her hand touch the sunlight, and it fizzles. And you realize her eyes are red as well. And this entire party is shocked. And you hear... And they turn around at the sound of footsteps. And it's this tall man. Looks very clean kept. Very modern man. Very handsome. Almost scarily so. He looks like he's sculpted like porcelain. And he has slicked back black hair. And he has these beautiful golden eyes. Pale skin. But the light does nothing to him. He smiles. Ah, there you are. Was wondering where you went. And the party gets up, and they start an altercation of, who are you? Why do you want her? She looks hot. And then the dwarven woman yells, he's a vampire. He's a vampire! And this girl, who Can you roll history for me real quick?
Come on, continue high rolls. Okay, that was a 12.
Okay, I'll give it to you. You remember her name is Ruby.
Ruby!
Ruby scrambles and then realizes she can't touch the sunlight. But then she sees something off on the side. And since this is not your body, this is you realize you're moving.
Mm-hmm.
And the orb, or Soren, creates an umbrella. And it breaks this memory into now she reaches over and grabs it, and then you're back at the beginning of this memory.
Huh.
And then Soren realizes, uh-oh. He does it again and again. And he adds objects in every time that might help. So he adds an umbrella at one time. Another time, he gives Yavin a ridiculously large greatsword. And all these chances, all these times, then nothing really works. It just sends him back to the beginning.
I don't think we can change anything. It's already happened. She's okay.
I know.
I promise. I've seen her when she was older.
But she doesn't look older.
Do you want to see her now? You can look at my memory and find her.
And he looks into your memory. And he sees her. And he's confused.
This is the past. There's no way to change the past. And if we do, then things might not happen how it was supposed to. Perhaps she would have never joined my brother-in-law's party. So,
I see.
I know it's scary now, but this moment needed to happen how it happened.
So they win?
I would assume so. I don't know the exact story of how she joined. I have never been told this, but I know she makes it out.
Okay. But I got out of this memory because I went over there. And he points to this very normal looking door. And he just opens it and then steps out, and then you're back where you were. It's kind of weird. You're seeing where you're sat with him, but you're also in the door. And you blink and you're just in the cart.
Oh, that's weird. That's trippy.
Yeah. But this is a memory. And he looks off to the other flowers. That one. And that one. He points to two opposite red flowers. And he goes, listen.
She'll close her eyes and try to tilt her head to try to help herself listen.
Can you roll investigation for me?
Yes, I can. 15.
15. All right. So on the right side, you hear the voices of Luca and Kyrina and a third mystery voice talking. Apparently one of them is sad. Kyrina pulls out a sickle? Is it your sickle? No.
What?
5 daggers? How are they trying to comfort this woman? And then on the opposite side, you hear Dallin and Jack try desperately to calm down a yelling, angry woman and saying, relax. First, relax.
They really couldn't have gotten on worse memories for each other, could they? If they flip-flopped, maybe it would have worked a little bit better.
Perhaps. But I think they're in there. Like, they're in there.
Huh. I don't know how that works, but I also don't know how a lot of this works. There's been a lot of weird things that have happened recently. But, we can hear them. I don't know if we can really do anything. There's probably a door just like how you found.
Yeah. But he like slides down in the cart and he sits with his legs out. He has tiny legs, and you notice that he's mostly translucent. In the memory scape, he's pretty solid, actually. But here he's like translucent, almost like he's made of the same material as the bells. And he sits.
I don't really know what we could do because.
But the door opened because it told me to open it, and I could. And
Perhaps maybe you might need to help them.
but how do I help them?
Well,
I'm out here, and I don't really want to go inside.
do you think that maybe you could use your magic to try to urge them towards the door? I could probably help. I can hold you and try to see if maybe you can take some of mine to help boost you.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna think real hard. If I think real hard about them.
And I promise I will keep you safe. And she'll take the orb and she'll hold it.
The orb, actually, fun fact, is in his chest right now. It's like his core, and the rest of it is from there.
Yeah. So I guess she'll hug him and hold him in her lap.
It's good. He goes. He thinks real hard, and the orb glows, and it matches that same red of some of the bellflowers, and they all ring in unison. All of the red flowers ring, and you can figure that might help them, but for Soren, almost like anything like a lava lamp. Like, he kind of looks like a lava lamp right now, like the inside of one. Where, like, he's got the kind of lava-y texture, and his face goes from, like, this white light-ish, warm light, with no definition, to this deep reddish-orange hue. And you can kind of see, just faintly, the outlines of a nose and a mouth and black eyes. But just briefly. And then and out of his mouth comes this gray-black smog, this smoke, and it lifts up. And in this weird sort of, you didn't expect it, it fuses with the fog around and clears the sky.
She knows it probably won't do anything, but she is gonna give him a healing word.
Nice.
She'll give him a nice little heal. Just because she's worried.
And he shakes. Let's see.
was. He was an 11, by the way. I accidentally clicked the thing on here, so I'm going to use it.
Nice.
Okay. So he closes his eyes. And his body flickers back into the orb.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like all of that just took a lot of power. And it turns back into the orb that you just hold on to anyway. So he doesn't fall or anything. You just hold back onto him. And just for a split second, you get this name. Yeah.
I forgot.
Gotcha. Yeah, you get this vision of this person and a name. Mel. I know her. I think. Mel. And then he stops transmitting to you for like a split second, and this image in your head that you get. 1 second, let me find. There she is this eerie shaped woman. You can tell it's a woman, or at least she presents herself as one. And it's this old god, it's this ancient feeling you get. And this image, it's like a still image you get of her sitting like this on this beautiful crystal chair, like this, almost a throne that she has. And her face looks like a skull, but if there was, looks like a human face, but as if there was no meat, it was just skin on top of a skull. Same with the rest of her body. It's just different colored skins. Maybe she's wearing these like clothing. And her skull, or this crown, whatever it is inlaid into her. And it goes out almost like coral from her temple. And her eyes, you can't make out her eyes except for these white little dots far in the back. And her fingers are so long, they're very eerie. And you hear it tap, tap in this memory. And the bells ring. And she herself is that same blue that the bellflowers are. But she has hints of golds and reds. But mostly blue.
Cool.
Yeah.
She's creepy as hell looking.
Yeah, very creepy. Very creepy woman. Is there anything you like to do?
She's mostly just gonna be comforting the orb. She's just like, I hope everybody gets back soon. I hope everybody gets back soon. I hope everybody gets back soon. I want to leave.
Lily.
Nay. Does she start eating the flowers?
She puts her little teeth on it. Here's like a, like a
Ding, 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 ding.
and was like, ugh.
Like,
Probably not the best.
but
Yeah, probably not the best idea to eat glass horse. But eventually, not too long after waiting, maybe like 4 minutes, 5 minutes go by, and you're like, how long are they gonna take? Because this sucks. But then you see one door appear, and it opens, and another door appear, and it opens, and it's your friends.
so unbelievably relieved at this moment. She's like, they came back. They came back.
Amazing. And that is where we're gonna go to break because I need to get everyone else back in here, and why not?
The mouse isn't turned on.
Oh, there we go. Alright, and welcome back. Sorry we can't get the chat thing open, but no, you're in our hearts. Any whoosies.
We're looking at it, I promise.
I know. Alrighty, so now the whole party is back together. Cue what happened last time. You guys talked with each other, got, explained to each other what had happened. If you guys would like to roleplay anything else, please do so now, but I think that's pretty much it. You guys made a contract, well not contract, but you made a deal, a small deal, with the Angels of Kalazak. A small deal. The size of a large deal. A big deal. And for the most part, Philo, would you like to share anything that happened to you?
Would you like to share with the class?
Share with the class.
At any point, did you guys feel like the orb trying to pull you in or anything? I mean, kind of trying to call to you or help you?
Not particularly.
I mean, they were pulling me around Kievan.
He was trying to help a little bit. He didn't really know how to, and then all of a sudden, after he did, there was a bunch of smoke that came out of his mouth.
Like in the dream world? Or?
No, we were here. And he was corporeal-ish. He was like the same color as the flowers. And the orb was in his chest. And then he tried to connect with you all, and then he just kind of collapsed. And also, he was also fell into a memory, I think. I think that's where you guys were, right? They're memories.
Yeah.
Or, in essence of a memory, it's...
Yeah, we saw what to do with Yavin. Though I didn't go in it. But he did, and then he left, and then we tried to figure out how to get you guys out. And so he tried to see if he could pull you guys out a little bit, or try to at least offer help to get you to the doors. I wasn't sure how much it worked because he didn't really get a chance to tell me before going back into the orb and seeming exhausted.
What happened with Yamin? What?
It was just, remember Ruby?
Right.
Yes.
It was them meeting her, and I think she's a vampire, or had something to do with vampires. Because she couldn't go in the sunlight, and then there was also like this whole issue with like, oh, there's this big evil guy who was trying to hurt her, and they were getting an altercation, and it was a little confusing. But I think she's a vampire.
Good for her.
I feel
What's a
like
little
that's the
vampires?
second vampire-related story we've been
Right.
shown
That's
recently.
odd.
Like, are vampires important here? What's going on?
Man, I don't know. I just work here.
Who's that?
What did the dogs
He's a
say?
talking flower.
Damn!
Do you think that
We ain't in the Feywild. What's going on?
Are you?
Did
Oh.
you take us to the Feywild?
I sow discourse here.
I would not put it past whatever that
As far
was.
as I'm aware,
The flower of sow
as far as
discourse.
I'm aware,
You could
Emma
be.
is in place.
Flower of so discourse. Could be.
Well, if you get its name as identified
Look, as far as
It's the Discord flower.
Dis-
Flower of Discord.
Oh my god. Also,
all the
I'm
flowers
just-
it's just the Discord ding whenever they click.
Alright, guys.
I think that this is kind of important to also mention. I'm pretty sure I saw Mel.
Like melancholy.
No, like the lady, I think that it has something to do with something else. I don't remember, I just remember her name could be good at some point.
The
Oh,
melancholy
that was the
days.
lady that
Has to do
talked.
with
That was
something
the
else.
fire.
Yes? Yes, I think. I don't know, I saw her.
Like
What
she
the
was-
heck?
That's the
I'll let you figure it out, you know.
That was the woman of fire, right?
So here?
No, that's the woman that caused the whole thing that happened.
I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that he said he remembered her and said her name was Mel, and then all of a sudden I could see what she looked like, and she looked really scary. She looked kind of very skeletal, like skull and bones, but all of it was like weird skin draping over it, but like as if there was no muscle, it was just skin.
Like just
So-
vacuum
Like
sealed.
different patches of skin, like it wasn't all hers.
That's
and
the
then-
thing that exists
So-
in this timeline now.
And
Is vacuum sealed.
she had like these weird coral looking offshoots off of her head, and she looked very strange. She was the same color almost as the bellflowers though, with like the blues and the tiny bits of gold and red and stuff, and she was very creepy looking.
So, well, the angel ladies said that this is the maze of melancholy.
Melancholy.
Yeah,
So something like
You
that.
really. God, what voice was that for a second there?
Mhm.
Ugh.
It was some
It's
not
all
melancholy, you
I
know.
know is that we don't want to touch the red flowers, and I would assume not the gold flowers either.
The red flowers.
Yes, you guys
Oh.
notice that there are. It's not a lot, but there is every now and then a red flower.
You guys were trapped in red flowers.
kind of
What?
the urge to touch him now.
So when we would teleport
So
here,
we just jumped out
Is
of
that the flower
flowers?
in Discord again?
She'll actually point to where you two were, where the two flowers where you guys were. Are they still red?
Did we land
Oh
on?
no, they're blue.
Did we land on the flowers or something?
So
Those were the
The flower in Discord again.
flowers that you guys came out of, but like we're in.
I'm
I could
making this
hear
up.
you. I could hear you guys in there.
This is freaking weird.
Can you imagine you get to a place and you can hear your friend talking to you
Do
from
we
a
need to
flower?
turn on?
Flower.
Do we need to turn all the flowers blue?
How
I
do
don't
we
want to
do
go
that?
into every red flower.
I
Okay.
think
How
that's
do
just
we
all.
even do
I was just
that?
looking over the field
Turn
of
all the
like
red
10,000
flowers
red
blue?
flowers.
There's not that many red flowers, guys.
You could always paint the flowers blue.
Wow.
How many red flowers are there? Would you say?
Significant amount.
The flower of discord.
You
You
can
could
always paint the flowers blue. Every time you say something now, I'm like, it's the flower of Discord again.
Oh my god.
What was your question? Sorry.
I said generally how many red flowers are there?
Oh, you know, just for a split second, you think, wow, I'm so smart. That's probably what we're supposed to do. You look around, and there are so many bellflowers just in general. Like, far as the eye can see, there's no more fog or anything. It's just,
Okay.
it looks like it goes on for miles.
Okay, never mind.
And there's like a red flower. There's 2, 4, 8, 27, 49.
I think this
That's
is just
a lot.
like
Is that 107 or 108? I lost count.
the nature of whatever this labyrinth is. There's also the memory flowers outside. The red ones are bad.
I'm just taking a guess
Try
here.
you.
That's all the
Instead of
it's like
purple
tried
red,
to
now
make
it's
Red bad.
even. I feel like that's a thing
That's
to
a
me.
why?
Yeah, that's a
They
lot
haven't
more like
exited yet.
No,
But
but then
purple.
why
Conventional
would they?
bad.
Why would only the red ones pull more
Special.
people in?
To try to help people get out.
But then why were they there in the first place?
Because somebody was stupid enough to try to come in.
What are we talking about? I was talking about something irrelevant with Carter.
Right, we were having an
He
irrelevant
said
conversation.
The red flowers are people who try to enter this place, and I then said, but then why are the red ones the only ones that pull people in the first place? If the red ones are the people who try to
I
come
think
here.
we just fell on the red flowers when we whooshed in, and we experienced whatever weird magic is in there. And then we got out,
Could be.
and now they're blue. Because we won.
Because we won. We've conquered the flowers.
Yes.
conquered the flowers.
We beat the red flower.
Uh-huh.
Now that you're
Is that
paying
like okay?
super close attention to the flowers, you'll notice there are other colors. There are other colors that I hope forgot to mention. Pretend that you noticed earlier.
Oh.
There's white ones and there's orange ones. There's yellow. I mentioned the yellow ones.
Uh-huh.
And then there's blue. It's mostly blue. Most of these are blue.
I
and
don't
the red.
want to find out what all these do.
Do we get out? You teleported us here, right?
Yes, but Echo didn't give me everything about this. Echo, what's the best way of going around through here? If you can tell me, please.
Is there
Roll a D100.
Damn.
Let's see if you actually roll it.
God, please help me. 93.
Okay.
Is 93 good or bad? I don't know.
Yeah, high or low.
In this field, it's not the flower of discord, I swear to God. But there's another flower that appears.
Oh my god. The flower of discord. Is this the flower of truth?
There are two flowers.
I
One
could
of them
be-
tells the truth, one of them lies.
None of them are lies.
No,
You
please.
should
No.
paint the flowers
Out of-
blue.
Out of the character, I hate that riddle because I don't understand it.
Oh no, it's very simple.
Like, I understand, but I don't. And we're not gonna explain it, John.
Yeah, I was like,
Because that's not what's happening.
Aw.
Anyway, your god speaks to you.
Yay.
Equa appears, and in this beautiful, almost...
Shit, is that Big D?
Sorry, what?
Big D.
Big D?
You don't remember Big D, Ryan?
No, I don't remember Big D.
Have a chow.
So you got smited
It
down.
wasn't-
Congratulations, you're gone.
Anyway,
Explain
dear
it.
God, let me play the game! We're spiraling! Okay. Anyway,
Spiral further.
you can see how far we spiraled. Anyway,
spiral.
what was I saying? Right. Equa
The
appears.
flower of
The
truth.
flower of truth.
See, what's funny is that, this is funny because of what Equa is the god of. Anyway,
Truth
no.
or lies?
Equa appears in this beautiful crystalline
Horses.
sculpture of a
Horses?
dandelion. Lily's fine, by the way. Lily tried to eat one of the flowers,
Girl,
and
don't eat the flowers.
she spit it out. So you're good.
She went tick, 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 tick.
Anyway, Equa appears his dandelion form, and he's very sparkly. It seems that he's taken on this form because he could hear.
Is that a sparkly dandelion?
Yeah. He's pretty big. Okay, when I say pretty big, I mean for, like a normal sized dandelion, he's like a plate.
Like a sunflower.
Like a sunflower, but he looks like a dandelion.
I essentially kind of squat down. Hey, Aqua. Which way should we be going from here? I am.
The maze, I assume.
Is that north, south, east, or west from where I'm looking?
I'd say west.
West.
Actually, south.
South?
South.
South.
Is the flower pointing the direction we're supposed to go?
I think so.
This is a magical place.
Thank you, Aqua.
And he goes down to the ground.
Can we see the
Yeah.
labyrinth?
Okay, keep going. Keep walking.
No.
Okay, but is it just flat horizon everywhere?
So, you can kind of make out this. What kind of? If you look, do you want to do an investigation check? Do an investigation check.
Investigation? To look
Investigation.
at the horizon?
Yes, investigation to look at the horizon.
Okay, DM.
I don't think it's that easy to see is what Hope has been trying to tell you. Because for me, she didn't describe the labyrinth as being near whenever I've been. I was looking around earlier.
On the entire horizon, I'm investigating.
In the direction of the 10?
Yes. Flat line.
Flat line.
Sure.
Just flowers. Flowers
More
as far as the
flowers.
eyes could see.
Cool.
I guess we need to head
Can we-
that way.
Can we walk? In?
And we need to avoid the red flowers.
I start walking.
There are so many colors, though. Like,
You know what? Why
Do
don't we
all of
all
them
get in
do
the dang
something?
cart?
I was about to say, why are you walking when you have your golden cart here?
Why don't we all get in the cart? And
what
I'll-
if Lily touches a red flower?
It didn't react whenever my skirt hit one.
Well, I mean, Lily is not an inanimate object.
Well, no, I mean, as long as she avoids them and we only hit them with, say, the cart rather than our bodies, I think we'll be fine.
I don't know if you can deal with Stuart with the red flowers. Can horses see red?
I think horses can see red, and I
I
can
can
talk
see
to
it.
her if I need to.
I think you're thinking of dogs.
There are many animals that can't see red, okay?
It's a difficult color.
Give me
I
10
know,
minutes.
I know that.
So,
You see
Philo plops down
Yes.
in the thing and starts to ritual casting speak like
So, a fun
Are you
fact.
the flower of truth or discord?
So according to the Iowa
Might
State
be part jackal,
University,
but I can see red.
horses can see blues and greens, but they cannot see red.
Okay, then I tell her to avoid the one that she can't see the color of correctly. Okay, even if you can't
It would
see.
look green.
Yes, so you avoid the thing that looks green.
Green in a flower field.
They're not green flowers
They're
though.
blue.
They're blue, and if they can see blue, then tell her to avoid the ones that aren't blue.
This is hilarious.
It's literally as simple as that.
I'm walking in front of the cart and just looking at you. Just tell the horse to follow me.
She's currently ritual casting. She's not going to reply to you.
Well, if you are doing speak with animals,
I'm just gonna sit in the car.
Jack's just telling you that.
I start walking the cart and I start maneuvering the cart. I'm maneuvering the horse to be like, oh, avoid that little patch of flowers right there.
This
or
is your
right there.
ultimate driver's course.
I'm back in driver's ed. I'm avoiding the cones.
When we get on the cart, I'm not looking for this maze in particular because you don't know what form it's going to take exactly. I want to see if there's anything that's different in the direction that we're heading compared to all the others. Just like is there anything I can see? Not that I'm looking for the maze specifically, just anything that might be different.
Okay, roll investigation for me.
Could not be perception.
Investigation.
Illusion spell, got it. I understand. 12.
There's flowers, and the sky is so pretty.
I forgot I had guidance. Can I?
It's yeah, sure if you want to.
Guidance.
I don't mind.
I
Whoa,
also have guidance. What are we doing?
Dragon.
I also have a guidance.
What are we doing?
we're dragons.
Oh, you're welcome.
13.
You're so welcome.
Oh wow. There's flowers.
There's an extra flower I didn't see before.
No.
You could swear that's a purple. No, that's just blue. That's pretty much it. We're going in that direction. There's nothing that seems to be in your way. Just in this continuous flower field.
Great.
Anyone else?
I just try to avoid the bad flowers.
Alrighty.
I'm essentially also just looking out and making sure we are not gonna fall into a line of red flowers.
Alright, how about you two roll investigation for me as well?
Oh boy.
Fila will, once she finishes ritual casting, tell the horse to avoid anything that looks like whatever color. Like, she's gonna point to a red flower and ask, what color does this look like?
Just say avoid those.
Yeah, essentially, avoid those.
Gotcha.
And then she'll also say, I will put a little light above any that I see to make sure you can avoid using Druidcraft.
That's pretty smart.
So she'll sit at the front of the cart, and as she sees them, she'll do like a little boop, boop, boop above them. That's
Nice.
like, just like something that's like an X or something.
Alright.
Like just a little sentry picture. Nope, bad.
The horse takes note.
I
It is
will
appreciated.
also be doing that for anyone she can't cover.
So what'd you roll?
I rolled a 16.
Okay. And Ryan?
I rolled a 5.
Man, flowers are actually
The
really
flower
pretty.
of discord got to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a thing now.
The flower of discord.
The flower of discord.
Oh yeah, and the way I'm doing it, I don't look like I'm casting any spells whatsoever, but every now and then there's like a X over top of a different one.
I technically cast full level spells, so I need to check that. Cantrips are fine though. I could cast Druidcraft as many times as I want.
Until you can.
Shush.
Okay. So, as you continue walking, and you take note of some of the flowers, perhaps it's your god, your patron, leading you in the correct direction. But you get this tinge of knowledge just kind of shoved in your brain. Maybe he's surprisingly impatient. You've never seen him be impatient before. But maybe it's not. Maybe it is just genuine help. Yeah. But he points you to look a little bit to the left. And just barely looking, just barely in the distance with the light hitting on all these flowers. It's starting to get kind of late in the day. You guys can see the literal clock of the world. The sun is just completely out there for you. And it's getting to be about sunset. Or not sun, but like, it's getting there. And maybe it's because of that, you can see a shape of a door that looks like it's made of complete glass that's reflecting just slightly off of the light. Like, if you were not looking for it, you would not have been able to see that.
Okay. Well, think that's where we're supposed to go. See the little glass door out in the horizon?
Do we see it?
Now that he points it out, you can kind of make out something there. There does seem to be something there.
No wonder you couldn't see it. Well, no, because if that's what we're looking for, no wonder you wouldn't see that from far away.
Yeah. That's very fair.
How
guess
far
so.
away is it? Is it like in the distance we see a little glass door, or?
No, it's about like, you keep going, maybe about 5 minutes and you can get there. So,
Right, well.
because you have to be very careful about the flowers, that's what I'm thinking of.
Hey, that's more likely is where we're going. So.
Alrighty.
We're making our way over there.
This thing cannot make turns, can it?
Flowers.
You probably can. We're not trying to,
Just
you
like
know,
one
get zapped into
Oh my gosh.
another memory scape.
Alrighty.
Do you want to touch a red flower just for fun?
Yeah, here's the red flowers.
Put God on the spot.
Put God on the spot.
The red was my
Y'all
favorite
what?
flavor.
Anyways, so you get to this door, and now that you're pretty close to it, it's a pretty big door. It's about the size of a barn door, like a full like barn opening. Oh. Who opens the door or attempts to open the door?
I will attempt.
Alrighty, Jack's on the spot. He dies and
I will.
I mean, it is God that sent us here.
Wait, shit, now we're stuck.
Give you guidance.
Well, I was gonna give myself guidance if there was.
Too bad.
Too bad, too slow.
Alright, I need you to... You know what? No, just... You can make out a handle. Would you like to open the door?
No.
So, behind door number 1.
Alright. And... press down.
Door number 2, technically.
And it's kind of locked and you're like, oh snap, it's push not pull. And you go inside. I don't know. I said it's as big as a barn door, but it's like a two. The handles are like the ones that you have to press down at the top and then pull and push.
I like the image of a giant barn door. You just slide inside.
Yeah, no. But as you open this door, it ripples out. And the translucentness all of a sudden becomes more opaque. And it ripples across this giant building. And you guys know what bismuth crystals look like?
Off the top of my head,
Yeah.
no.
So it's like very geometric
Geometric
gemstone.
rainbow and iridescent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like
Gotcha.
a bunch of like square spiral kind of thing. And it looks like it's a pyramid, but upside down. And so the bottom base of this... You good? I'm just trying to
scratch my face and I poked this on my nose. Because I was trying to do this and I just like.
Don't do it again!
No, I knew it was there, but I caught my nose and ow, that hurt.
Well,
So Philo was poked by the upside down pyramid. Okay, continue.
okay. So it's an upside down pyramid, but it looks like a bismuth crystal. And the bottom where the door is, it just is the base, and then it goes. And then it's completely this giant structure, and I mean huge. If it was not invisible from what it seems like it was, you would have been able to see this like way back there, and it would have looked like the size of a normal building, like just on the horizon. It's massive. And here you are. And here you are. These tiny little dots against this.
Easy beady.
Do you go inside?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Guess we don't have a choice here.
Well, just follow me. Hopefully this will be not too bad.
What does like my life become?
Interesting.
Do we think
That's what.
we want to, I don't know, take some time to make a plan of something or rest before going into somewhere completely unknown?
Well,
Resting's not a bad idea.
I feel fine.
I feel fine as well, but if you need a rest, we can rest.
I don't really think there's anything we can plan. I don't know what's in there.
The little magic that I still have has been depleted from the American caravan.
Me too.
Oh, was that today?
Yes.
Right, it was. Yeah, we can sleep.
It's starting to look a little late.
So if you look inside just for a brief moment, this might alter your decision on where to take if you want to, a long rest. But inside this room looks to be almost like it's in like a Greco-Roman kind of style on the inside, but there are. I need a better song for this. I need to like get more eerie music that's not like completely creepy.
Great.
Just unsettling.
Yeah. Let's see if that's the vibe. Anysies. So inside this room, it's made of like marble, but if the marble was black and some blues with gold in it, the floor is like that. And then along the walls there are sculptures of these beings. You're not quite sure what the heck they are. I mean, you can kind of maybe guess, but they look to be these creatures with big eyes and normal number of digits on the fingers and toes, but their legs almost are like backwards, almost like a fox or a wolf, and they have really long pointed ears that come out to the side, and they have a very friendly expression on their face. But there are these sculptures, and they're along the walls. It's like they're holding on to like a pillar. Maybe they're talking to each other, like inlaid on the wall like this. There's another one going like this, and they seem to be encased on these walls, whatever these sculptures are. But they are like iridescent, like as if they were sculpted out of bismuth as well. But this grand entryway, it's not necessarily like a hall, but this like small room, and it has lovely drapings. It has plush looking, what you would call couches or chairs. It's very interesting how this just looks kind of like a very ancient old lobby, as if a place where you greet guests. pretty much it. But there are 2 walkways that stem from this. You see, there's one to the left and there's one to the right. But time to restart. No, wait an hour.
Restart now.
No.
Yeah, restart the.
There you go. Okay. But
That will happen.
that's essentially it. That's this waiting room. There's 2 doors. Mind you, doors, the left and right inside this waiting room.
I pull the big doors closed.
Yeah, same.
Don't trust that. Let's sleep over here.
Go, yeah, sure, no, go for it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no, I would not want to sleep in there either. I know you were like, oh, there's plush, nice seats
No.
and stuff. No.
We've all read enough stories as children where we walk through those doors. The doors will close behind us and they'll disappear.
Yeah, no
We'll
thanks.
sleep in the glass flowers, okay?
Why is there so many healing potions?
Why is there a rest point here? Why can I restock my supplies over here?
Where's our
We-
save point?
Why is there a cache right
We
next to
haven't been
the...
able to save in a while. Why is it asking us to save now?
Pretty much. So,
Right, well, I guess it's
Oh,
bedtime.
oh, the music just started playing. That's a lot of bass.
Music sounds pretty intense for a rest point.
let me find the vibe. You guys can keep talking.
Yeah, so I guess we start setting up,
I'll
Set up
go-
camp.
making sure like that they can stay near. We can be near it and like kind of use it as like a place behind us to kind of keep our backs safe. Since probably nothing's gonna come from that, we hope, and nothing can pass through it. It's solid.
I'm looking at
So-
you, Flower Discord.
Flower Discord.
So it should be fine. We just keep it behind us.
I love that we're like, all right, time for a rest, and then evil and intimidating pyramid in the background.
Yeah, we just start a little small campfire-ish somehow with trying not to catch the flowers on fire. Yeah, do these flowers burn
They're
if we try to?
clouds.
Do you try?
No.
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 Someone hasn't said no.
She tries to do a craft. She can turn it off and on.
Okay.
To
You-
burn
Doing
the
some
flowers?
scientific
Wanna
experiments
burn
over
one of the
here.
flowers?
So I,
She's gonna see if they're flammable just to see if they can have a fire or not. Because you can light and snuff out a flame.
We could just make sure to be away 30 feet away so if it
I
does
know.
explode.
Can you do that over there?
Okay. I need you
keep
to
him on
make
horse
a
animals.
how say
Hopefully we don't all the saving throws.
I know, right? I need you to actually make a nature check.
You know, we have tents. We got tents.
Yeah, you guys want tits?
I have tents. Alright.
I'm actually gonna use Tides of Chaos to allow myself to re-roll that one.
Cool, yeah.
Because I haven't had a chance to use that yet, and that was a really bad roll, and I was scared to use that. That wasn't much better. That's a 15. She's a really high
That's
nature.
it. Okay. So, as you light a fire with your big brain, you light a fire on a magical object with your party members and the horse 30 feet away from you. So how far away you guys? How far away?
We're staying. We
She
would
would have
all
walked
see her.
away.
If we had a choice, we would be more than 30 feet away.
Okay.
She would have walked a little bit
so
away.
what's the range of fireball? Whatever that range is.
She didn't
That far away.
say what she was doing, but she did walk away to try. Because she knows if she did, he would
I
stop
would stop
her.
you, you're right.
And she doesn't want to be stopped. She's curious.
Alright, so
Curiosity killed the cat.
that's what I was literally about to say. Alright.
Oh, she's dead.
Well,
She
anyway.
can also light it from a little. She can light
Yes,
it
you're
from
good.
30 feet from
You're
her. So she'll light one that's further away from her,
Okay.
and then they're farther away
Hopefully
from
it's
her.
not a red one.
No, she would hit a blue
Red
one.
But
Alright.
but fire goes to the red one, right?
No,
Oh my gosh.
she go for a blue one.
Okay, so.
Sorry.
Un momento, por favor.
It's the eeps again.
Listen,
She's chaotic good.
What
She would
is
try
the,
that
what is the
shit.
energy of this session today?
Alright, so as you light this flower, you chose one that was blue. And as you set it on fire, it does catch on fire for a brief moment. And then you hear this, I'm not gonna do it, but this piercing scream, like nails on a chalkboard-esque, like,
Oh, great, Philo's
and
dead.
it shatters. And you hear like one of the stupid in the movies when they're ringing in your ears. And it's really annoying, and I don't know why people still do it. Anyway, that's happening to you. And you close your eyes for a brief moment, and you get this memory of just something really beautiful. That's pretty much it. You get this very beautiful image of this bird that's flying around. Maybe you don't really recognize what it is. It's nothing that exists nowadays. But it's this beautiful flying creature with rainbow feathers and this long kind of curved beak. But whatever it is, it's gone now. But it was beautiful.
You just destroyed the last memory of an extinct species.
She saw her.
She didn't know what. She doesn't know what these are. She doesn't know what these memories
And
are.
in that, it's gone.
It's gone!
And you don't remember what it was. But you know that you lost something beautiful.
Damn.
Did we hear the scream?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just her.
She's gonna come back and just so don't try to destroy one of them.
Fucking
What
hell.
did you do?
I mean, none of us, I don't think we're gonna try except you.
Are you hurt? Did you die?
Fine. I'm
I mean,
fine.
I don't think she seems dead to me.
You never know.
Roll religion checks to make sure she's not a ghost.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
If you want to.
fine. I just wanted to see if we could have a fire and if these things were flammable, and yes, they are. So we
We're
can
gonna
have
burn
a
all these pretty flowers?
No, I was saying we shouldn't burn the we shouldn't start a fire because otherwise everyone will light on fire. That's what I was trying to see. I was hoping they wouldn't because they were glass. But no,
But
they light on fire.
glass can still burn, it's just a much higher temperature.
I still
A
wanted
campfire
to see.
isn't a forge, okay?
I wanted to see if it would be safe to light a fire. It's not, so no fire for tonight. But if you destroy one, that was really weird. There was like a lot of screaming in my ears, but I don't really know exactly what happened after that.
Good to note.
Alright, I guess we can.
I light my
I think
I light my oil lamp.
saw the memory before it went away.
I hope the screaming wasn't someone in the flow.
No,
You
I had
killed someone?
I had a blue one. I had a blue one. No, it was probably just magic of memories or something. I don't know.
So you killed a memory.
Yes.
Nothing's happened when we took the Carter Rose flowers, right?
I thought they wouldn't burn their
Oh,
glass.
not that you would know. Not that it seems that you would know.
Well, I guess
My,
we
ho-
can put.
my horse
Lily's been
some
going through
shit.
PTSD.
She's got some.
She's gonna have some serious PTSD after
She's got some
all.
serious
One
trauma now.
of us on the cot, and I'll like huddle in.
Horse trauma.
I guess sleeping on the couch would probably be the best idea so we don't roll into a red one or crush any of the blue ones. I
Can you
don't.
imagine you roll into the red one, you wake up, you're like, oh no.
I actually want to
Just wake up in a quick
quickly just walk back to the path our cart took and look at the tracks it left behind
Mm-hmm.
and see what it did, if anything, to the flowers that we went through.
Did we break a whole bunch of flowers in the way we're here?
How many memories did we destroy?
Probably a lot. Okay.
Like I said,
Unfortunately, it does seem like while you did miss, half the flowers, you also kind of destroyed another half of the flowers. And you went over not just blue ones. You avoided the red ones. And you were able to avoid some of the yellow and orange, because that's in the same spectrum as horse. But some of the white flowers, the blue flowers, and some of the yellow ones are shattered.
Is there any where, like, I'm assuming it still has like a stem to this thing, right?
Yeah.
Is there any that where maybe the stem was broken but the flower's still intact?
Roll investigation for me.
I will.
Give me this.
I'll also want to see as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright. Gotta see
Sorry.
myself.
Investigation.
12.
12.
15.
All right.
Close.
So, as you guys are both looking around, and Fallon, you do notice one, and Jack, you notice one as well, and it's the same one, and you guys, both your hands reach, and your fingers touch.
Oh my god.
I'm joking. But Talon has pretty sharp claws. Jeez.
They're
Under
talons.
us.
Kind of pointy.
Down has clammy
Anyway.
hands.
Anyway,
Talon has talons.
you guys see the same flower. There is one on the ground. And it is, let Hope see which color it is.
Hope rolls red and tells us, retcons us reaching for it.
So it is just a blue one. It's a blue one. The bell is in place, but not the.
So does the stem remain for the other ones? Like if the flower's already broken, does the stem remain for the others?
Here and there, some of the stems are completely intact. Some of the bells, well, one of the bells, as far as you can see, are intact. But
Don't fucking burn more of them!
No, she's trying to see if she can draw because you can make a flower bloom. So she's trying to see if she can make it bloom again.
You get one of the new color and it's like,
okay, I
look
see.
how
what you-
making it interesting.
She's trying to fix it. She feels bad. So she's like,
Okay.
I think maybe this is the
Alright.
place where we don't fix it.
Okay.
In the real weird flower.
You caused the music change.
I'd like to imagine like this field of beautiful flowers. You grow a new one. It's pitch black.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, she currently has wild magic bubbling under her skin now because she. Has
That was just a joke, guys. It's fine.
because
Oh.
now she has tides of chaos.
Unless, of course,
triggered.
you're wrong. So which one is stem?
Yeah, she's gonna try using it on a stem.
Okay. Just as a reminder, you two found the just intact blue bell.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Ice cream.
Okay. It is a... 1 second. Feel free to talk to each other real quick.
Guys, I got this. Mage hand pick it up. You see him. Oh yeah. You see the mage hand just appear out of nowhere, but he doesn't cast anything as far as you're aware. There's no spell, somatic, verbal, no nothing. Just appears, and you see a kind of like a flowerish stem just go over and pick it up.
No comment. It's still intact even after being severed from its stem.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm not seeing anything, so it might be good to touch.
Why are you guys playing in the cursed memory flowers?
We just saw this one that's still.
Wait, Philo, what are you doing?
I'm trying to fix my mistakes.
It never turns out well! You should know this!
Alright. So, I need to find a description.
Not making
Alright.
a save.
So, as you, sorry, I don't know why I did that. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm distracting myself. As you connect, or she calls it this into bloom again, I need you to roll Arcana for me.
Come on, dice, don't fail me now. Not bad. Okay, Arcana, what's 13 plus 8?
That's 21.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Can you roll for me a wisdom save for me?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the saves. Been waiting for this.
I've been waiting for this!
Okay, that's a 16.
Okay, alright. Good job. So, as
No.
you're waiting for something,
Oh.
As it's blooming, you feel this very cold chill in your body, like almost freezing cold, and your hands get this like ice kind of crystals on your hands for a moment, and then you catch yourself, you take a breath, and you focus, and this almost like, you know, the feeling you get like you get a brain freeze. It's like that. Philo feels this like her brain freeze, and then it warms back to normal. It seems you successfully avoided something. Huzzah. But as this flower blooms, it's white. And you get just a glimpse of what is inside. Because you connected to it just for a moment. You helped maybe bring this memory back. And you, in that brief moment of you close your eyes really quick, you see a creature, two pretty big creatures walking along the ground. Looks like an old place. Not like an old temple, but like a place that has been untouched by humanoids at all. This is far in the past, perhaps even when just the gods roamed these places. And these creatures with long tails and their big kind of bodies. And they have some feathers on them, and they have these beautiful plumes on the back, each with like a red, huge feather. Plumes.
I thought you were joking about the dinosaurs.
I know, right? Everyone thought I was joking about the dinosaur. But there's a big one and a little small one, and they walk together. But one of them is clearly slower than the other. And the small one falls to the side, and the big one kind of nudges it, not knowing what to do. And then that's it. But this memory has been restored.
Meanwhile, Calzok and all the angels are on DEFCON 1 as they have this entire list of memories that are about to die, and they see one that was in the Daedalus come back alive, and they're like, what the fuck? What?
What's happening?
They're losing their shit.
She's like, I don't think I'm strong enough to save all of them, but...
Well, you did something that my character was about to do. He was going to try mending considering it's
Oh,
glass.
Yeah,
Alright.
that was her other thing that she was gonna try to do.
He-
All right.
Yeah, he's essentially trying to do it through Mage Hand. it's
That's
it's a weird one, so I'm not truly touching
Why
it.
do I literally have the same characters as everyone in the party?
Yeah, I think all three of us do. I have vending and druidcraft, and I was gonna use both of them to just put flower back
Yeah,
together.
no one has elementalism.
Oh man,
I
shut
do.
up.
I do actually.
Dude, all of y'all do this. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, all your characters just do this eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, do I need to do anything for mending?
Yes, 1 second.
It does take a full-blown minute, so.
The range is touch. Can you cast through your...
True. I don't think I can.
You know, hold on. No. See, here's one thing you guys gotta remember about me. Is if I rule, I'm the DM,
Sure.
and if I think a rule is dumb, or I don't really care about it right now, I will say I don't really care about it right now. You can cast through Mage Hand. However, you have to make an Arcana check first.
Certainly.
You're gonna, congratulations, you have 3 checks you're gonna have to make for me. So first one is Arcana.
Son of a-
What'd you get? Maybe 0. Maybe this is just the one that he's gonna make.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Immediately fails.
Let me double check. I believe that is at 8.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as you tried to mend, you had to, I'll say you try to mend this. First you try with your mage hand, and then you can't keep these 2 spells stable at the same time. And your hands just, and the mending just kind of, and the bell falls back onto the ground. And I will see.
If it's damaged.
They make little ringing noises.
It is intact.
Oh!
Somehow,
So
by
lucky.
the literal grace of God,
I just
it's
imagine.
intact.
I just imagine it's just like no.
Got a 19 to see if it was stable or not. So,
you want me to touch it and
Yeah,
just...
not trying that again. I'm just doing mending by hands now.
Alright, now I need you to make an Arcana check for me.
Please hire.
Another Arcana.
You might feel really cold in a moment.
12.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom save for me.
Maybe he'll just keel over.
We need to know what happens.
Maybe he'll
now.
just.
He might.
Six.
But hey, we'll see what happens.
Either that or it takes his memories and you will forget.
Yeah, that's what I was actually wondering, is if it takes the memories of the person who shares effects if you fail.
Double checking? Yeah, 6.
What if it's one of those, like, if you fail by 5 or more, something bad happens? Like, it takes like
We're
1d4
about to
years of your
find
life.
out.
Oh, Lord. God, why do I not have you in the same folder as the rest of everyone else?
Because Jack's not one of us.
Hope going out of their, like, flower field folder and going to the dangerous effects folder.
Dangerous effects folder. Okay, so.
No, she just goes over to imported NPCs.
Alright. Actually, this is pretty fitting. This is pretty fitting for what just happened.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Alright, so
Just shattered.
as you try to as you try, you hear the bell toll. And instead of screaming like apparently she said, you feel cold. It's so cold. And your fingers freeze. But then it seems like you feel the power from Equa prevent something else from happening. However, just for a brief moment, you can't even capture what it is. But you know it was beautiful. But whatever it is, you can't remember. It's gone. Whatever that was, hopefully it wasn't important.
Okay. Did the flower mend all the way or no?
No. It's almost like it's being held together by that frost. But it's there. It's like almost mended. So like if you left it and you didn't run over it with the cart again, it'd be fine.
I'm not doing that again. I think Jack will just take a couple steps back and just flex his hands, essentially.
You're going through a million tabs. Go ahead.
I want to find just kind of a spot I can sit down for a little bit. And I kind of want to probably sit cross-legged and probably put my hands together and begin to try to mostly pull in magic around me as I will begin to ritual cast.
Okay.
As I want to go through detect magic slowly.
Okay.
I'll do the extra 10 minutes. I just slowly try to build up enough magic around me to release this.
Okay. Alrighty. So you do that. And if you detect magic, winning second.
Hands are extremely cold, and I think Equa did something to stop whatever was about to happen.
As I said, I don't know if we should, as much as I wish we could, fix all the ones that we broke. I don't think it's a good idea, because it felt like I was being frozen from the inside out.
When you were done, did you see something at all?
I saw the memory of what was in the flower.
Sorry, I think I saw something beautiful, but I don't know.
I saw creatures, but it looked like one was ill or dying. It seemed like it was speak, but I didn't actually see, like, it. I still remember it.
Well, after that, I am going to start putting up my tent.
Smart.
I'm gonna try to find the
you
most.
sleeping
I'm trying
in
to
the
find
cot.
I'm trying to find the most like The place
There's
with
a
at
pretty flat.
Alright.
There's a pretty flat space in front of the entrance.
Mhm.
It's enough to where if you guys want to set up a line, not like a cluster, you could of tents. Now to answer your question, it's detect magic, right?
Yeah.
All right. So there are 3 major pings here. 1, to no one's surprise, divination. This is some old god shit written all over all this. There is also there's a little bit of illusion. So there's 4 actually. A little bit of illusion, mainly also abjuration, which is really interesting. And then last but not least, there is conjuration. So you can guess that has something to do with moving things into the flowers.
I do want to walk around for a second and see specifically the different colors of flowers. Not touching them, but getting within range at least. See if there's any difference between them.
Okay.
I start setting up in the cart.
More than likely, you would walk by me once or twice. There were 3 things that would ping on me.
Yeah. Go
Uh,
for it.
so currently, let me double check everything that is pinging on me. You see,
Necromancy, necromancy, necromancy.
well, actually, funny enough, one of them is necromancy.
Well-
The other one is abjuration, and the last one seems to be some sort of magic underneath his coat.
The other 2, what I've seen, like, you see their rough silhouette and also where they are.
It's essentially full body, both of them.
Hmm.
One of them seems to be a little bit more around. The necromancy one seems to be a little bit more around his arm that has the massive tattoo of the flowers, and the abjuration one just looks like somewhat looks as though it's ivory thorns and stuff like that curled around him. That's abjuration based. But the last one, it looks to be maybe a stick of some sort that's hidden along his back of his belt, underneath whatever cape he has, or cloak.
No reaction to that though. I just keep going on, just note it.
Light work, no reaction. Alright. Continue. So, with that information, you look at all the colors. So really, when you look at all the different colors of the flowers, there again are white flowers, orange flowers, yellow flowers, blue and red. And each of them, the only real difference is the color. The texture and the shape is all the same. The game devs were extremely lazy and just copied the same model and just changed the texture.
They just changed the texture values up to that.
Yeah.
But all the magic on it as well is the same.
Pretty much. Now, what's your, bonus to Arcana?
+2.
+2? Okay. And religion?
+2.
Okay. I'd say you get some different emotional vibes from each of these colors. They make you feel things when you look at them. When you look at the blue, it's so pretty. It's such a pretty flower. Look over to one of the orange ones, and you feel like you've seen it before. Oh, it brings you such a reminder, a nostalgic feeling. And the yellow one makes you think about yourself and your life's choices, and you kind of look away quickly. So all these seem to have some sort of emotion attached to them.
So the blue ones are something beautiful. The yellow ones are memory you wish you could forget.
Embarrassment, maybe.
Teenage angst.
Could you be clear? Who knows if the chocolate's gonna hit you through it?
No. It just matches with the Sims emotions. You just gotta
Yeah, I mean, also, it's miscolored.
Oh god. It's gosh, seeing my little list over here and hearing y'all is so funny. Anyway, I'll just erase everything. Everything I had wrong. Piss flower.
Sim emotions.
Sim emotions.
Sim emotions.
Oh god.
Listen, you needed to not give them the same colors as the Sims. That's it.
I know.
Any disease.
What color is the flower of discourse?
Purple. There's one singular flower.
The flower of discord.
What's the magic on them?
God.
Do they have an aura magic of just lies?
Oh, bad.
Of the aura of it's on a different plane of existence.
It's
Like-
only there
like-
to mess with you.
Like it's not even real. It's not even physically there, but yet you can perceive it.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. Anyway, what would you like to do? Just take that information.
Just take that in, I begin to head back.
Alrighty. Anyone else want to do anything before we go to Sleepy's?
We are smuggling
Once
the
it's
cart.
dark,
Yeah,
she
we're
gives her
smuggling in the cart.
her magic fingers. She's looking at this one.
Alrighty.
Ah, shit.
So-
Here she goes again.
So,
Magic hands.
as you notice, you realize that where you're at, like where y'all are situated, you go to like look at your hands. You're like, haha.
Are there no stars?
The stars and the moon are almost not blocked, but there's like an aura that's blocking any magic from out there coming in. So you're like, and it's, if you step, to the left, you can kind of get it. It's kind of like having bad reception, essentially.
She'll just kind of like move around a little bit. And just kind of...
Philo, watch where you're stepping.
She is. She will.
Yeah.
She's just.
But what's interesting? What's your intelligence score again?
My intelligence?
Yeah.
15.
Okay, you're smart enough to maybe put these two together. It's interesting that your magic is interrupted, but no one else's seem to be. That's all. I'll put that the flower of discord. It's interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that interesting?
Shut up, Flowey.
I'm assuming other people are still awake right now, right?
I mean, it can be if you guys want to.
If you
I'm not
got
very
up,
picky.
then yeah.
Yeah, she's just like,
Not working.
but yours magic is working, right? It's not.
You were using your magic earlier, were you not?
I was, but it's not exactly the same as what it.
I mean, we still have no idea what that even was. So I don't know, it could be blocking it now.
She remembers also that she felt like she had scales earlier, and she's gonna kind of look for those now. She's like, wait, those never.
So it seemed that whatever those little keratin scales were, they disappeared. And you notice now that you've had like a time to like register, the back pain that you've had is not just because you've been sitting in the cart for a stupid long time. You reach back, and there's this like a scab almost right above like your tailbone. And it's like, that hasn't been here. What's that? Hey God, what's that? That's pretty much it.
Does she like starts trying to test, like she's like, okay, wait, I know that like when I seal, I can breathe underwater. Can't test that one.
What are you trying to do?
She's gonna like try to see if she can communicate with the plants and see if she's basically testing to see if any of the star ones that she has are working right now, because she's like, wait,
I'm gonna
this
cast
is weird.
message. Why are you rubbing your backside?
You scratch your ass in the middle of the night.
There's a scab there that was not there before, and it's been hurting all day. And I felt like I had scales growing earlier.
Is it the dragon?
No, it's a different kind of scales.
What?
They don't feel the same.
Are they still there?
No. Nor is anything else. It is as of right now.
Yeah, so she's just running through anything she can think of trying to like pull from her star powers, and as if she can't start to get something, there is going to be increasing actually levels of anxiety and panic because she's had this for so long that she's starting to get used to it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's suddenly not working makes her really scared.
Okay. And clicking. Alright, so you have one second.
Have something for nearly two decades and it suddenly goes away. Yeah, you'd be kind of freaked out too. Even if said thing kind of scares you.
I'm trying to mark some things. Okay.
You're probably so weirded out right now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 100% just like, what's all this freaking noise? What are you doing? Why are you trying to talk to plants? Why are you trying to do that? Why are you trying
She's
to
just ignoring you right now. She's just like,
So, because you've had this for so long,
Mhm.
you know that you can only use certain abilities when you have that said curse active. But maybe in one of you're practicing, you're realizing that kind of go like this. And can you roll Arcana for me?
yes. That's a 15 still.
15. All right. So
She's a higher Arcana.
That's fair.
okay. So as you're doing this, you kind of focus in. Maybe you're trying to talk to a plant, or maybe maybe cast some sort of spell, but like maybe aim at the sky, something, anything. But when you focus really hard, you start to notice that these scales pop up again. That same kind of almost blackish keratin scales that appear on your arms, and you feel on your back, and you're like, oh snap, oh god, it's happening. I did it, I did something. And Evan, chat to your dress, right there. Don't worry, I'm not weird. It's just gonna pop underneath like your top or whatever. You feel this like, and is anyone watching her? Is anyone looking at her?
Yes.
I would definitely be just like, what?
Okay, what about you two? You guys chilling? You guys sleep?
I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm tired.
You're like, I'm tired of all this bullshit. I want to go to bed. I had a rough day today. You had a rough day.
I had a
Yeah, you had a real rough day.
Because
I'm
we
tired, man.
learned about Karna's backstory today.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
all today.
That was all today.
you're
Yeah,
all trying to
Karen was
sleep.
like, I'm going the fuck to sleep.
I'm
You're awesome.
probably not looking what's happening, but the others probably will not see me. I'm not in my sleeping bag.
Okay.
Did
Well,
you send to heaven?
Dallin, no! Dallin! How'd you get up there? And he's like, I have wings. Anyway.
Word, dude.
Anyway, underneath your dress is this tail that appears. And it kind of curves a little upward. And again, it's not like under your skirt. It's kind of like there's like a little hole in the back
Yeah,
here.
so it like pops in between skirt
Yeah.
and top.
And it curves this way, and it has a little stinger at the end. And it looks like a scorpion's tail. And the sides of your neck, you feel, has that same kind of like very strong keratin. And you're like, ow. Because it hurt.
Yeah.
What the? Just full blown, what the fuck?
Well,
Luckily.
that's new.
Kyra
What?
is in her bed, determined to go to sleep. She's not waking up. She's not waking up.
And
From the
luckily
distance,
for you,
head
it seems your hands are intact.
Which,
For once!
for now.
You say that, pincers.
1 second, let me just.
For once! It doesn't affect my hands! Oh, I thought I wet
Eventually.
fingers this time or something.
Well, it'll affect your, tailbone, I'm guessing.
That's not the only one that does that. Well, at least this still works.
So,
I don't know what this one does, though.
okay,
When
so.
was the last time she got a new form?
Oh, maybe.
The last one was the dragon. I think.
Yeah, it was the dragon,
'Cause
and it was a few
Rose
years ago.
Seal
Yeah.
Dragon.
How many?
About just how many, like a handful. Maybe.
I think it was like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 years ago.
The last one you should get is
I think it was around the time her sister left, actually.
Oh, okay. So that was probably around like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
8 or like ish.
Yeah.
Okay, can I
A
ask
while
what?
ago.
Can I ask what the heck is going on with you? Because I saw you as a seal, then you became normal, and now you became scorpion.
What about it, dog boy?
I'm just a dog boy. She's a little bit more than that.
Magic?
Can I roll Arcana for figuring out what possible kind of magic causes this?
Sure.
I highly doubt I
Well,
get
hex
this.
field.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The
I am not
Hex
rolling hot today.
The
What'd you
10.
get? The hex field?
The hex?
The heck?
The hex?
The hex?
The funky flux?
Our magic.
Not as confused as you look.
What are they called? The Vorso twins or whatever, those two like
Oh,
white
yeah.
ones with the
Winky?
the
Yeah.
Winky twins. It's like the hexy.
The hex? Kyra's in bed. She's determined to go to sleep.
So
That's
far,
what I
you
gotta
are
say,
failing.
She's like laying on the bed. She's like, I'm gonna
sleep.
I'm gonna sleep.
I'm gonna sleep.
I know,
Stop
and there's
talking.
and there's like, what? What is this? What's going on? What's wrong with you? Is it the hex field? Kyra's just like, stop talking. I've had a bad day.
Right.
Go be stupid somewhere else.
Okay. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, mind your own.
I do want to know what the heck.
What
You can tell me later. Just
Trust me, me and you want to know the same thing. I don't know.
Why are you a dog?
The heck?
Eck will give me strength, and I just go to bed.
Alright, just come sit in the car.
I don't know if you guys want me in there right now. She kind of looks at the tail, looks back at you.
Hey.
You really want to risk me accidentally hitting somebody with it?
Maybe it'll get
Can
me to
you
sleep
feel
faster.
it? Yeah.
She like attempts to see if she could maneuver it.
You can. It's a little clunky, but
A little bit.
You've had a tail before.
Yes, I have. It doesn't feel the same though as a dragon's tail.
Oh.
You know, they feel different.
Oh no, I've never had a tail.
They look different.
so as she talks, and
Kyra has a tail.
she gets a little bit more frustrated. Her tail does
Jack has a
start to
tail as
do
well.
this. It's getting
They're very
to
different tails.
Oh yeah.
stinging.
She like sees it in my right, swats it down.
Right? I
Don't have fully have control over
Do
it.
you want to have your own tent over there then?
Don't know. I just wanted to see my magic and see if I could see if he had weird markings on him. That's all I
Let's go
wanted.
set up a tent in the clear area next to Jack, I guess.
Set up her tent grumpily.
Amazing.
My magic not working here properly.
The stars, I don't know.
Stars.
Do you think she has a beef with the dragon in my chest?
Very possible, honestly.
That's a pretty interesting theory. The flower of discord.
The Flower Discord says looming over Kyra.
No, she figured that out pretty quickly.
Don't
It's
move
just I
over
didn't
me.
voice it for a while.
No, that's good.
Because she's just grumpy.
That's essentially his.
Alright, well, you... Good night.
Don't I need to have smudge set up?
Oh, I forgot about
Well,
that.
I mean, I can do
That's
hair.
what got you up.
Yeah.
I guess I can do
the other half. Okay. I go to sleep.
Alrighty.
We all go to sleep.
Alright.
Except
And
those wizards.
Where's Thal?
Alan, what did you want to do?
Yeah, what's Alan doing?
No, came and check on.
I'm looking for Thalin. Where the heck did Thalin go?
Perception check.
Yeah,
Where'd
no,
he
yeah,
go?
sure, why not?
17.
It's probably enough. You
Yeah.
probably see him like, probably like
You can see his wings
60,
kind of.
100 feet away. He's sitting over in Firefield, like a bit of a distance away. He has kind of his back, not turned to you, but he's kind of angled a little bit away.
I'm gonna sneak up.
I'm gonna pause right here. Would you guys like to have this as a private conversation?
No,
Would you like-
I don't
okay.
know, unless you do.
Doesn't matter too much.
No.
Alright.
Never mind, I'm not sneaking. 7.
I don't think any of us are getting up now.
Yeah, definitely does not be my passive.
Alright. Well, you step on one of the buildings.
I like to imagine, like, as you walk, it's like, these are still, like, glass flowers. They probably jingle,
crunching on
they
them.
probably jingle as they touch each other, like wind
Yeah.
chimes.
You know,
That's much
usually
better.
I'm stealthier than this, but whatever. What are you doing out here by yourself?
Just wanted to get a little bit of distance, have a bit of time to myself.
Oh, am I interrupting?
You can join if you want. It's quiet over here. And it's a bit further from the looming pyramid.
Zoom
There's, like,
out.
There's like
The
a noise I feel that's associated every time you or something like that. Like every time you like the looming pyramid, and then you just cut to the pyramid and making like looking ominous and having one of those like noises that in a cartoon that it's like.
Yeah,
You
but-
know, it's in the background.
Every single time it's said like consecutively, the pitch gets it slightly higher. The pyramid. The pyramid. The pyramid.
It's like just slightly more menacing every time.
Alrighty. Back you two.
Yeah.
So just
You probably would have seen as you got closer, he had a book out that he's been writing in. When you noticed you, he turned a page and he turned back to you.
so do you keep a diary or
It's not exactly a diary. Sometimes I write things in it, sometimes I draw a little in it. It's something to keep my mind off things at times.
do you want to help me with watches?
Sure.
How many? So I was kind of hoping that Philo could sleep because she just like awoke a new form and that hasn't happened in years.
Yeah, I
She's
can.
kind of freaking out. Karina, I don't think she wants to get up. Jack, I don't think I want to leave him just the only one awake, you know?
I can try to stay awake as long as I can. I already knew I probably wasn't gonna be able to sleep easily tonight.
Right. Well,
If you want to take rest, I can stay up and keep watch, though.
good to know. Have fun with your diary.
Thank you.
I'll leave you alone now.
And I will flip back and continue.
Alrighty.
I'll sit outside Philo's tent.
Okay. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say that is session today.
Wow.
We've gone through a lot. It's quite a bit that we've learned, and with the looming pyramid over all of you guys, that's all for tonight. Catch you in the next stream, and remember, no matter the outcome, always let the dice roll. Good night, guys.
No matter the outcome.
Good night.